Well, Miss Salke, we meet again because time for another edition of Amazon NGM news because there's I haven't announced that the new Amazon NGM project was in the works, but it was produced by none other the old friend for that company, Jennifer Salke, aka the new Kathleen Kennedy. Oh boy! If you don't know, Jennifer Salke was been working at the from Amazon NGN Studios since 2018. But then we know the previous name Amazon Studios. He did a lot. He been a lot of production. He's known from content from Prime Video and responsible for classics like the Marvelous Miss Marvel, the Fleabag, and The Boys, and a lot of others. So they also were responsible for the greenlit the Rings of Power series, which is the sort of a spin-off of Lord of the Rings franchise, but there's only one problem. That's many people got negative, like mostly pop culture and Phantom Menace. Yes, Phantom Menace. If you don't know, he's pretty much known that. Mostly like myself, Chuck Hussein, Jigga Ali for Studio Jake, and along with Nerdtronic, Geeks and Gamers, Mr. Asian Reviews, Riot Killing, and a lot of other overdoing DVD, a lot of others. But it's not in turn to be I mean, I'm not even sure this is less Lord of the Rings and more Game of Thrones. That not to do with Lord of the Rings. Rings of Power is not Lord of the Rings. It's become the new Game of Thrones. Are you freaking kidding me? I know Saki was a terrible person to greenlit that the Lord of the Rings franchise. I mean, I'm not sure if the Rings of Power series should be released on HBO Max instead for of Prime Video because it fit more like a divisive audience. Like they would it become the new similar what Game of Thrones did. He had a spin-off series called House of the Dragon over on HBO and HBO Max, but I think that Rings of Power would fit better on HBO Max because it fit the all new audience that what it did. But unfortunately, it actually belonged to Prime Video, not and HBO Max. I mean, David Sassa, I'm not happy for what seeing that my Winter Power might move on HBO Max instead of Prime Video, but it didn't work. I'm sorry, Jennifer Sati. You are gonna become the new David Sassoff of the stupidest company ever. I mean, Amazon NGM was fine. Not This is not like Warner Bros. Company or rather Sony Pictures or Disney, but you are the new Kathleen Kennedy. You are the I think Jennifer Sati was greenlit a lot of stuff, and I also greenlit on other projects like the Weird Time with Rosemary Bike or something, and see, and what's it called? Citatel spin-off series, but got canceled, and also Weird Time also too. Both got canceled for obvious reasons because Saki will officially left a few months ago, and after the news when the Amazon NGM Studios took control of James Bond franchise, and then I probably know that. And since the Saki left, I think Amazon NGM will put the plug from Rings of Power series. It might be going to be canceled, but nope. It because Rings of Power series is begin season 3 will already begin filming and then possibly will be renewed for its 4th season. Are you freaking serious? Are you freaking kidding me? That is bullcrap. I know Jennifer Stoppy was an evil person, and he win that by Saki region regime. I'm sorry. That made no sense. It's if the Rings of Power series will be canceled after 2 seasons, thank God Saki regime was long gone. But unfortunately, it was too late. Season 3 has already begin filming, and it might be possibly moved for the 4th season. I hate you so much, Saki. You are become the new Kathy Candy. But back to what I was saying. Since ever since that Saki left an Amazon NGM Studios after disagreement with Mike Hoppett and Courtney Valenti, former Warner Bros. Executive, we haven't announced the production company. had a first look deal for the company was under the name Sullivan Street Productions, and it's pretty big concept. I mean, this is pretty much the discipline, similar to what Amy Pascal, former Sony Pictures CEO or chairman, however, he left the company due to his Sony Pictures no Korean hacked because of the release of the Seth Rogen and James Franco comedy film The Interview, but probably got released in theaters, but Sony Pictures had happened and probably released on VOD on the internet. But yeah, I got many people disagree. But since Pascal launched the production company, Pascal Film Pictures, um, but then the first film was the Ghostbusters female reboot remake thing, but nobody saw it. Mostly the wokesters on the internet for people criticize of that. But yeah, I think that Pascal's career was probably become the new Kathleen Kennedy, or well, maybe the next film, Spider-Man: Homecoming, was far better improvement of the newly founded Pascal Pictures. So Spider-Verse movies, but who knows? Anyway, let's continue on because Saki was on board to produce the first Sullivan Street Amazon NGM project, um, where it could be the honeymoon when Harry was the book adaptation stars Kevin Costner and Jake Gyllenhaal, and recording from Deadline. So here he is. Um, so there you go. Kevin Costner and Jake Gyllenhaal have signed on to star in Honeymoon with Harry, a dramedy from Amazon MGM Studios based on the book by Bob Baker. Not that Bob Baker, the YouTuber Bob Baker. Like he did he before that he's make some parodies on YouTube. It's become popular. It's become the new next generation way out. But unfortunately, the apocalypse and all that stuff on YouTube that decided to move away and focus making Chinese TikTok, doing the Chinese songs translated in English, like did with fellow Chinese TikTok sensation John Cena with BG Ling. Maybe they should collab someday. Who knows? But unfortunately, unless that Bob Baker is no longer making YouTube videos because he's too busy making Chinese TikTok stuff. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Bob Baker, but he made he best known made some parodies, including Taylor Swift or something. And I probably know that the 12th Taylor Swift album was coming in October, or rather, but I digress. Anyway, was the film. Anyway, let's continue on. The film follows a man, Gyllenhaal, has it as he decided to go to on the honeymoon with his would-be father-in-law, played by Costner, after his fiance died 2 days later before their wedding. When Fasha and John Rickrott will be direct the film and with a script from Dan Fogelman, who work on shows like Paradise and This Is Us, seen it, as well as in the film Crazy Stupid Love, stars Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, along with Steve Carell. And also, happy birthday, Steve Carell. You are amazing as Gru from Despicable Me and Minions franchise. I wish you well. Anyway, producers including Fogelman, Mike Carr from Gulfstream Production Pictures, and Jennifer Salke via the newly launched Silver Stream Productions banner. The project marks the latter first project with Amazon NGM since stepping down as a head of the studio earlier this year and her producing debut. Yes, it's like Amy Pascal, but less talented. Yeah, but personally, I'm not really familiar with this person. Saki reunited with Fogelman, here a champion in his hit drama, family drama, This Is Us, during the pre Amazon NGM days as a president of NBC Entertainment. Um, um, Honeymoon and with Harry also reunite Cars and Gulfstream Pictures with Amazon NGN Studios, following his work with the robotic comedy Upgrade starring Kala Mendes and the race pick the One Fast Move starring Keiichi Alpa and Eric Dante. The project was originally developed at New Line for Warner Brothers, where the cast is set up through his overall deal at the time. Yeah, I probably know that. Unfortunately, that movie is pretty much gone. Moved to Amazon and GM because probably reasons that David Zaslav in charge and like he just completely destroyed things like tax write off some projects like Backgo and Cody versus acting on Scoop Holiday Hunt. I don't know what it is, but yeah, that doesn't make no sense. Shame on you, David Zaslav. Recently, Gina Hall has a executive producer of the and starred of the hit Apple TV series Traditional Innocent, um, earning the Emmy and Golden Globes noms for Best Actor, and the show remains the streamer number one most viewed drama of all time. Will return for the second season, and because the second season will start adding the new Razor Boston hat, fresh off of James Gunn's Superman movie, will be in the cast, and also they say could produce too. So we'll see. I wish Jake Gyllenhaal will be excited to produce under she's Nice Stories banner. Coming up, she she also been seen in M Night Shyamalan's Remade and the Maggie Gyllenhaal's The Bride, both for Warner Brothers. The latter was not related for produced from Universal Pictures because reasons, but yeah, I think not. His company, Nice Toys, is under the 3-year first look deal with Amazon MGM. And I mentioned the Royal House original movie was because it celebrated 100th anniversary was back last year. It was gone to sex. Even Guy Ritchie, the director, Doug Lyman. Sorry, I will talk about later. And was probably impressed with acting, especially in Conor McGregor's acting debut. Like I know the WWE stars were doing lately, but MMA won't define like you do when hire as an actor. But yeah, and I heard this, but in the works he's doing a sequel for Our House. But originally, when original director like Guy Ritchie was supposed to direct, and unfortunately it dropped out for creative distances. Leah Nussnuder, director of Nobody and Head the States from Amazon and GM, of course, will be on board to direct. As well as also that the acting, including and casting, including Dave Producer, will be on board to the sequel, along with another Amazon and GM film through United Artists. Late banner was a Highlander remake reboot thing, whatever. It was going to be alongside Henry Cavill, but yeah, I think that the career was pretty much. I think that movie was pretty much um, career. Like Junior Hall's career was having on in a different agreement. Like he having a first look film deal with Warner Brothers, and another who have over to Amazon and GM. That made no sense. You know what? Like I know the Amazon and GM related to that actor Jake Gyllenhaal, but haven't really had to deal with Warner Brothers because he good bit of buddies with Michael DeLuca and Penn Abbey. But here, like Amazon NGM on the hand was pretty much relation with Jennifer Salke, and he's left along with Mike Hobson or Cody Variety, who also former Warner Bros. Executive. So yeah, we see that. Costner was recent and direct on the starring and producing and starring the Horizon and American Saga, a multi-part Civil War epic. And yeah, I know the part one was pretty much the box office flop, but unfortunately, the part two might be getting released in some next year. But it might release on HBO Max, but as the original, but that's when you know what. But I know this. Recently, he's executive produced and starred in the hit Paramount drama Yellowstone, earning a Golden Globe nomination for his work. And yes, this is released from Paramount Plus and I think Paramount Network. But since Paramount Skydance merger was completed, and now under Paramount Skydance Corporation, I think Yellowstone spin-offs like 8089 or something like that. But we'll remain to see. But yeah, I think that's pretty much why the Paramounts have gone so sexual. Even for the past 6 and 5 years, that Paramount a lot of mergers and operations and changing names. Like there's Viacom CBS, Paramount Global, and now Paramount Skydance Corporation. Bad rest. And for the Territory Pictures, who serves the executive producer of the forthcoming Civil War spy drama, The Grey House, of a 6-hour limited series. And yeah, I think HBO or rather or Showtime, whatever streamers like Netflix, Prime Video, and HBO Max or something, but it might pick up someday, but who knows? But we will see what happens. Outside of the TV work. Oh, and Showtime, that the parent company, there is a subsidiary of Paramount Skydance, but and the rest. But outside the TV work, Fieka and Wikilat are also known their work for on the movies like Love You, Philip Morris, Wixie Tango, Foxtrot, and Focus. The latter two stars Margot Robbie, and Focus pretty much that name was pretty put it on the map. Like it's like this is trying to be a new crazy stupid love with. I'm not sure that movie is pretty much in focus, but even the Will Smith acting was pretty much yeah. But this is before the slap debacle and the downhill was pretty goes was pretty much killed Will Smith's career. So anyway, as well as I mentioned the crazy stupid love and yeah. So this is a mixed. I had a mixed feelings because I am excited for this honeymoon with Harry. This is the guys who brought you like Crazy Stupid Love and Focus, and we see Tango Foxtrot. But and the negative had to do be the infamous Jennifer Salke, the guy, the person who greenlit, and oversee and Rinse of Power series that I didn't like. I think this is pretty much the screw you because this is not trying to be in the new like Toby Enric situation. Like he mostly more focused on devices audience that we're familiar with. But unfortunately, I think that Jennifer Saki was pretty much they become the most hated, most toxic media executive, along with Kathleen Kennedy. But I hope Hollywood with Harry was going to be good even though based on the book by Bob Baker, not the different Bob Baker, the YouTuber one, that the author who's a book author. But I hope to see what happens if it might be honeymoon with Harry will continue on. What happened is kid, yeah, I think because Gyllenhaal will happen in conflict with the other Warner Brothers projects like M Night Shyamalan and Maggie Gyllenhaal's her sister project, including Remain and The Bride, but yeah, that between the studios had to do with this, but you haven't. But however, they continue on with overhaul deal with Amazon and GM, even the Warner Brothers, but had an agreement. But still, we'll see what happens. But I hope, as well as Warehouse 2, yeah, I hope it's going to be better than first. But it have the director of Nobody and the Amazon's and GM's own Heads of States movie, so Heads of State movies. But I hope not going to be screwing up. But Warehouse 2 is going to be bigger and better. Also stars Dave Bautista, but who knows? Maybe it should happen. But as Jennifer Saki has a production company, Sullivan House Productions, Streets Productions, sorry, I don't care. I don't trust Jennifer Salke because he's a terrible executive at Amazon and GM Studios. He's completely ruined this franchise like the real time and see Saidi Tell spin-off series, but I think that the series were pretty much. I think the legacy, but I think the legacy of this producer. So don't trust Jennifer Saki, but I hope the house honeymoon and where Hollywood would be better if produced by some former Amazon NGM executive. This yeah, because Jennifer Saki is not Amy Pascal. Deal with it. So we hope you enjoyed this video of another edition of Amazon NGM News, and I hope you enjoyed the rant about this delusional lady who work at Amazon NGM. So let me know what's the thing. Are you agreed or disagreed? Let me know, and talk to you guys next video. And like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. And screw Jennifer Saki. Amy Pascal is better producer. Deal with it.